was a pleasure building for you guys. I am so blessed that we met you and have you as our neighbors. I mean, this was a blessing in disguise. It really was. Coming here, you wouldn't even think. All right, boys.
What a beautiful day with the ones I love. I'll always stay, living my best life, come what may. Together we shine in every way.
Hey boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. We have a very big day. Just about 3.5 months ago, this lot looked like this lot over here. It was all jungle, and 3.5 months later, we were actually in the house living after 3 months, if you can believe that. I'm sure it was a Filipino record. And most construction houses for a house this size, a house this caliber. So we've been staying here for just about a couple of weeks now, and today is the big day. Today we get the official keys. You know, staying here, we've seen a few minor things that we needed to work on, so we're getting all those bugs worked out. We just have to replace the heater in the shower in the bathroom, then we're golden. So we'll give you an updated tour of how the place looks here. So come on in.
Edges and everything. So we'll just take you now.
Okay, so here's our contractors. JT Paradise
Construction. Hey guys.
Constructions. They're the guys that made all this happen. I can't believe it's only been less than basically about 3 months.
You can feel, you know, the new house built in.
Yeah, 90 days, man, 90 days.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a lot of work, but it was, what do you think? Was it worth it?
Oh, absolutely.
There you
Just
go.
A, I'm so happy with the product that we ended up with, but B, all the headaches you guys saved me in between. You guys, anything that came up, they were awesome to deal with. Like, it was actually an enjoyable experience, and believe me, not too many people building houses over here can say that, right? So these guys have been absolutely awesome.
Yeah, we did have some hiccups, but they got fixed fast. Anything, you know, when you're building a home, like right now, we're replacing one of the hot water heaters because it was defective. But he told me yesterday, and within 12 hours, we're repairing it. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't play no games. 6 months, it's covered under warranty. Bam. So that's how it works. That's the way it should be done too.
Yeah, right. And it's been honestly, it's been a joy to work with these guys. If it wasn't, you know, I maybe wouldn't say too much in public, but I certainly wouldn't be endorsing them. You know, I have no skin in the game. I just end up with a beautiful house, and I want anybody that's thinking about building in the Philippines to have the same experience that I did. You know, when it came to things like permits and stuff like that, you know, we have a good friend that's kind of going through that process now. He's been down to the administration office like 12 times, and he's no further ahead than he was, what, over a month ago? 2 months probably now.
3 months.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's gone as good as we could have hoped, even better, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
When we first started this build, they told me that I would be back in my house before I left back to Canada April 2nd. And I thought they were crazy. And they're men of their words, because here we are.
Thank you very much for trusting JT Paradise Construction.
Thank you very much. You know, and it was a pleasure working with both of you. You know, you both have an eye for you know, design, and this was enjoyable. It actually was very enjoyable to do this. You know, we're glad that we could give your significant other the kitchen that she wanted to.
Yes.
That is, you know, that was my biggest pet peeve, was to make sure that and that is my biggest pet peeve, to make sure your Filipino wife or significant other is happy with what she gets. Because happy wife or happy significant other, happy life.
Exactly.
So we make sure of that. We spend a lot of time walking through, and we'll go out to dinner and hang out, because I want to know who my contractor or my clients are, so I know exactly what they're looking for. Also, we just don't come in and say, okay, show us a plan, blah blah, and do it. We spend time to get to know you, so we know what your tastes are, your color palettes, the design, Where you are you left-handed, right-handed? Where you want your switches, how you want your plugs put on your walls. If you're going to have a big screen TV, you don't want to plug on the bottom. All the little things we look for, and we spend time talking to you about. We just don't get in and throw a house together and then walk away. And as Sean can contest to, everything we use here is above grade. So I'll let you talk to him. He can tell you that. All the cement we use was high grade. All the steel we use is high grade, not the, thin stuff, not the cheap cement, not the cheap blocks. We make our own blocks. They're extremely strong. We try to build to American standards. Sometimes it's difficult here, but we will, if we can't do it that way, we'll over exceed all the thresholds that the engineer has designed for the product. And I think Sean knows that also too.
Absolutely, Ed. So before we signed the contract, I was very specific with Tim and Jack that I wanted North American standards in this house. If God forbid some kind of storm comes through, I want to be the last house standing. And they were true to their word. Everything was overbuilt. Like this could be a commercial building, right? With everything from the size of the gauge of the rebar to the support beams that we had to the number of columns these guys built. If I want to put a second story on here tomorrow, I just got to knock the roof off and done it. And everything is engineered that it can sustain that, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do everything. I will tell you this, and I'm not gonna lie. Yes, we are a little expensive, but you know what? You get what you pay for here. And I'm not gonna give any words out about. There's been a lot of people here that got hurt really bad by a company. Okay, that is why we got into this business, because I don't want to ever see that happen again on this island. There was people that got taken for millions of pesos. Okay. That's the reason why me and Jake did this. That's why we started our business, because I never want to see a foreigner or a Filipino ever get ripped off again. We enjoy doing this. This keeps us busy in our life, So it's not always just about money here. It's about making sure that people have a good place to stay, do an honest job for an honest day's work. We run our company to American standards. All my guys are in their prime that are working. They're all in their 30s and 40s. They've been in this business for 10 years, 15 years. These guys are pros. When they do something, it's done right. And that's what we want to do for everybody that we build for. This is our reputation here. This is our reputation on the line. I have to live here. I don't want problems. So we do it, and we go overboard. We had a problem with the kitchen on our first installer. And when I came back from America, I was gone for 2 weeks. I came back, we ripped the whole kitchen back out at our cost, put a brand new custom kitchen here for them, because me and Jake and Joyce did not like the kitchen. And I said, no, that's not what we want in this house. We just ripped it back out, boom, threw it away, and started brand new. And our carpenter built this kitchen now, and Joyce will show you, in 1 week. And this is a hand-built custom kitchen. So everything we do is all hand-built and custom.
They built it right here. And like you said, there's always going to be hiccups in the road, but they always had a solution to the problem. Most people in business, whether it's contracting or whether you own a restaurant or a banker, a lot of times they'll overpromise and underdeliver. And that was not an issue with us. In fact, Tim, once I laid the parameters of what I was expecting, and he understood, and then he took it to the next level. Like, he was more adamant about things than I actually was as the owner. So I knew it was taken care of. We had to, in the beginning, it was a bit of a trial and error. Some people came, some people went, but the ones that stuck were amazing with what they did. We've had a few subscribers from both our channel, Fu Man in the Philippines, and Tim and Rose in the Philippines, coming and check out the build, and everybody is so impressed. Every wall is smooth, every corner is at a right angle, like
Sharp corners,
even right down to the glass that we used on the patio doors and the windows. It's like twice as thick as the standard over here. And it's just been, we were going for simple but elegant. It's probably the best way to put it.
Yep.
And they absolutely delivered for us. We could not be happier with the job that we've received from these guys. So if you're interested or looking at building or just want a quote or whatever, feel free to drop me a message on our channel here, and we'll get you in touch with these guys. From the build yourself, you guys, from your perspective, were you happy with the way things came about?
This was a joy to build for you guys. I mean, it was fun. It was fun. There was some trying times, you know, but in anything, when you're building anything, there's always going to be hiccups, like you said. But everything, it still was fun. We had a blast. I mean, we enjoyed the party for the workers, and you know. And I'm gonna also tell you this because you know there's always some trolls out there who'll say something. I'm gonna just tell you, we don't work our guys to death, and we pay them way over wage. We pay them bonuses for getting the job done on time. Also, we pay our guys very, very well, way above scale to make sure we don't exploit the workers. Because someone's going to say, well, you make these guys work for pennies on the dollar. No, we don't. We have a very expensive payroll for us, okay, compared to what most contractors will do here. You know, we pay we pay very well for our guys because we want the best too. You can pay a guy 300 or 400 pesos, he's going to give you shit work. So we don't want that here. And this is a testament to the quality that our guys do. So I just want to make sure that someone doesn't say that on here, okay?
No, Tim, these guys take very good care of their guys. And if you look at the party on a previous video that we did, you can see everybody smiling ear to ear, and the fact that they were so appreciated for the work they did, both from the employers and from myself as a customer's point of view. Like, you know, we see these guys every day for the last 3 months, and you almost become like family.
Yeah.
And they're the best at what they do. And there's a reason. If you look back on the older videos, every day we had 16 to 20 guys working. We'd come for work and there'd be people waiting at the end asking if you guys are hiring right now.
People want to work for us because they know we're good people. We pay well, we're honest, we're easy. You know, we had a good customer too. You know, and that makes it. He was easy with the guys when he was here. You know, he watched over the guys and was always, you know, treating the guys to snacks and stuff like that too. So it worked both ways. As us as a, you know, an employer, and him as, you know, our client, he still treated the guys with the most respect ever. So, you know, that's what made everything so fun too, because everybody got along. Like you said, we all became part of a family, you know. And you know, all the workers still will come by, hi. You know? So, and you know, and that's what we want too. We're building not just homes, but a community and a friendship here with everybody that, you know, works for us and everybody that is building for us. And also, you bought the property here too from our realtor company.
Yeah.
The property was bought from our real estate company too. So
the whole thing was just a natural evolution,
yeah,
right?
it was from the purchase, and you weren't even here when we
Yeah,
bought the
I was
property.
halfway around the world. I was still in Canada, and you know, I probably wouldn't recommend doing it the way I did, but I got very, very lucky. Everything just went like clockwork. Joyce was living in Manila at the time and working in Manila. She came down. These guys handled all the paperwork. It was seamless. I trusted them.
Professionalism, not luck.
Yeah.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
And we are the one who can pick her up at the airport, so
Yeah.
take it here,
Yeah.
sell this property.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is right now.
We picked her up at the airport, you know,
Yeah.
brought her here, made sure she was taken care of. Like I said, we're not just, you know, we're full service. When you want to buy property from us, when you fly in, we will pick you up. We'll take you to your hotel. We'll show you around. We do everything for you. Everything is as seamless as possible and stress-free. You got here, boom, your property was here. When you wanted us to start, you know, tearing it open, you know, clear the jungle, the tractor was here the next day, you know, doing everything, all the paperwork, all the permits. We processed all the permits except for one, which is the electrical, because the owner has to take a test to get that. But we still process all the paperwork.
Yes.
Everything, right down to the certification of occupancy. Everything's done by us. It is worry and hassle free. That's important. And we have our lawyer we've been dealing with our lawyer. We've sold probably 50, 60 properties just this year alone. and we have one lawyer that handles all the closings for us. He is an expert. He worked for the BIR. He knows what he's doing. We use him.
He's a CPA.
Yeah, CPA, attorney, and he worked for the BIR. And he will even come in on Sundays to do a closing. You know, some lawyers will say, well, sorry, I'm not open Saturday, Sundays. Our lawyer is part of the family, basically. He's part of our group. He will come in at any time, middle of the night. If you fly in, you want to buy a property, he will get out of bed and come and close on the property. You know, he does everything that needs to be done. We try to make it as seamless and as you know, easy and simple as possible. And, you know, I think you can attest to that.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the videos coming in shortly, I know a lot of questions we've been having is about the budget and the contracts and how things were set up. So we'll go more in depth with that.
Yeah.
But basically, you know, we made the initial payment to get the supplies and stuff like that. And then before it came time for the second payment, I walked through with the guys. Okay, they had it listed, what had to be done, what had to be completed. We checked everything off, but it was good. Then they got the second payment, and it was through that whole process for the whole complete bill. And we're going to be doing the final payment here, which we'll show you at the end of the video.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say I'm happy to hand over my money.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel good about handing it
Yeah.
over because I know what I got in exchange. It was
Yeah,
just,
like, we do a four payment procedure. You get
Four bases.
Four pieces. So basically, you know, you come here, you check that. As if you're not here, we will videotape everything and show you the progress, and then you make the next payment. So you know what you're getting as it's being done. The money's just not given to us, and we walk away. We work with you on your payments to make sure that everything keeps rolling in the right direction, and that you can monitor everything too. Also, we are a very transparent company. We have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You know, we want to build more homes. Okay, we want to build more homes for more people. We enjoy doing this, and so, you know, we build it with our heart and with love. Simple as that, and we're going to keep doing it no matter what.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, and that's absolutely true. Like I knew Tim before this build. I just met Jake. Jack or Jake?
Yeah,
Jake. Say it one way. And,
it's that way.
Yep.
So anyways, like we literally just talked on the phone. I never even met you, and everything went smoothly. And now we went from that to now they're literally become my Filipino family.
Yeah, we're all going out to lunch.
We're all going out for lunch. We're going out for supper after
Yep.
tonight.
Yep.
As I think most people know, Tim and Rose are our neighbors, and like there's actually, you can see a path in the yard from our yard to theirs.
Yeah.
Because we're always constantly going back.
Yep.
Even their dog Salt, we're his second home too. He'll come hang out with us.
We come looking for the bones.
Getting them bones.
Yeah, he's the adopted dog. Yep. But yeah, I mean, this was a joy. I enjoyed this build. And even I was sick in America, I was still watching it, you know, and making sure everything was all right. And like I said, as soon as we got back, we finished it up, wrapped it up. And there is a few tiny more things that we have to finish, because we did finish, you know, 2 weeks ahead of schedule, because our original contract was April 1st. But since he was going April 1st, we pushed it to get him in 2 weeks before, because I wanted him to live in this house and walk around and find any defects or anything that we missed before he left, because I wanted him to feel comfortable that the house was completely 100% done before you decided to go back, you know, because you're going to be gone. She's going to be here for 6 more months, 6 months while you're in America or Canada working, and then you're coming back. But I wanted him to have peace of mind that everything was completed before he went back home. So that's another reason why we finished the house, early, because we want to make sure our customers are satisfied, And you guys did walk through it. You guys found, I would probably say, 20 or 30 things. There were little stuff like
Minor stuff.
Yeah, all minor,
And stuff, if we weren't actually staying in here, you wouldn't even notice. Whether it was plugging in the fan into a certain socket or a doorknob not locking
We need to fix
correctly and stuff. And it was just a matter of bringing it up, and it was taken care of.
Yeah, some of the stuff here in the Philippines is below standard grade here. And even if you buy a quality piece of equipment, sometimes it's still junk. Yeah, you could contest to that.
You can
So
tell,
it's,
yeah.
you know, we had a lot that went bad, so what would, it instantly, that same day, boom, we bought it, put it in. And it was a name brand lock, so I'm not gonna use the name because I don't wanna get sued for cyber liability. But, you know, there's a few things that went bad that were name brands also, like the water heater. You know, it worked for a day and then it went out, but that's the way it is here. But we replaced it, so.
And we're also on an island.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people viewing, following our channels are in America and Canada and stuff. So it's not just a matter of ordering it and it's going to be there the next day. It's a process. And overall, we did very, very good with what we had to work with. So.
Yeah. And building here is not like building in Canada or America.
Not at all.
It's nothing compared. People say, oh, I could have built that in 2 weeks. You know what? No, you can't here. This is an island. Everything gets shipped in. So logistics is very, very important here. How to plan what's coming, what you need, scheduling it, budgeting it. Logistics is the important thing. If you want to finish a house on time, on budget, logistics.
Right, and it's absolutely amazing that they were able to build it as fast, because even the things like the tiles, for example, you don't just run a Home Depot and say, these are the tiles I want, they load up the truck, and meet you at the site. It's an all-day process, right? How many tiles do you need? We have to call Cebu to see how many we have in the warehouse to make sure we got enough. Otherwise,
Could be 3 weeks.
exactly, 3 weeks, a month, like, nobody's in a hurry over here.
No, we're on island time.
That's right. I'm the early guy here. For my friends back home, they'll know that what a big statement that is.
Yeah. You know, and talking, you know, like the tiles, you know, we walked through, when we went and purchased the tiles, you know, they come with us, they pick their tiles, we give them a budget, okay, we give them what they call an allowance. It's like 89 pesos per tile, and then anything above that, they have to pay extra for. But the trick is, if I can budget everything in, and I don't have to charge them extra for it, we don't. If we could take the money from someplace that I saved and put it back into the difference in the tiles, we do that. We don't charge them extra for it. A lot of guys will say, well, no, I want the money up front for the extra money on the tiles. And then if they save some money anyplace else, that's their bonus. We don't do that, okay?
They pass the savings on to us.
Yeah, we pass the savings on to the customer to allow them to buy something even better. Like I said, you know, we have a set price. That's what our price is. We budget it in the right way. So, you know, we can take care of stuff. And I don't think that I ever said no to you guys, did I? On anything?
No, it was good. And, you know, it was a little bit of give and take on a few things, but if you did a spreadsheet and worked out the numbers, who got the better part of the deal? Without a doubt, we got the better part of the deal. They took very, very good care of us. And like through the process of this build, I have met so many people that are building over here or want to build over here. And I'll be honest with you,
17 months?
yeah, like it was taking 7 months. Some guys are over a year now, and they don't even like. It's still rough, just roughed in
Brick
and
walls.
stuff. Like it's amazing, and so many people have. If they didn't get screwed, they are just frustrated. Or the biggest thing, like we agreed to the price, which again we'll do a video shortly. And I said, okay, you know, I'm prepared to pay that price, but I'm not prepared to pay anything over that price. And they stuck to the budget, and so many contractors here, halfway through the build, will quote you a lower price, and then they run out of money. And
You're screwed.
yeah, the laws are a lot different here, especially for a foreigner.
Well, yeah, you got a house halfway built. What are you going to do?
Right.
You
You
pay
wanna
the
stop the
ransom.
build,
You pay the ransom.
Exactly.
You pay the
Exactly.
ransom. See, and that's what we don't do. We have a set price. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be here for
Right.
everybody.
Right.
You know.
And it's the rare exception, I would probably say.
Yeah. Yep.
So, anyways, guys, we very much appreciate all the time and everything you did
Yes.
for us. So we'll do a quick tour maybe of the house, and
Yeah, show us
then we'll do that. Get some keys, maybe drink a little champagne, and call it a day. So where do you want
Thank
to?
you for trusting.
Thank you.
Good contractors, good friends.
Hey, pleasure was all ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What she wanted in the kitchen, that's what she got. This is what she ended up with. There was a little glitch with the original contractor that we had. Tim was dealing with some personal issues back in the States, and as soon as Tim got back, he took one look in here and he says, no, we're not happy with this. I don't want this as part of my name. And they tore the whole kitchen out. The new contractors he hired built it on site. It was absolutely fantastic. It was great. So we got, you know, the racks inside to keep everything organized nicely. They all pull out, right? Then the cutlery, we actually have 2 dishes for that. And watch this, I love this. Room just fits like a glove. It's awesome. The counters are actual granite. They're not just a rip-off or a replica or anything. We've got the double sink. You almost need a degree to work this tap. It's got the different nozzles, everything you could want, right, baby? Little trick Tim showed us too. When you wash your glasses over here, you always rinse everything off with the blue bottles, with the bottled water. I had to learn that the hard way, but such is life in the Philippines. We got a 4-burner stove here. Everything here, there's no natural gas coming up to your lines. We have propane lines, and all the tanks are outside, so we'll just let him drill here. He's one of the things that he's working on, as Tim mentioned, was the heater in the shower. So, and then again, some more things keeping Joyce organized. Much more important for her than me. So lots of cabinet storage space. This one goes all the way down. Okay, this.
All the appliances that you're going to see in this come with the bill.
Right, I was just about to say that.
There's the kitchen, the pump,
Fridge. We'll show you the dirty kitchen shortly. That was all included. So
air cons.
When Tim hands me the keys, with the exception of the furniture, everything is a turnkey move-in kind of facility. This is the dining area. We had most of our furniture custom made. We weren't happy with the top of this. Minor, we just had this put on top, and I'm very, very happy with it. Sure pops. Rose, what are you doing? Here, I don't even know how many we have. And then up here, we got the disco lights. So we have the dance parties. Just really sets the mood for everything. Joyce's favorite part. She gets to look in the mirror, admire her beauty like we all do. Okay, here's our hard-working foreman. He's putting in the heater that we were talking about. We had a few issues with that, so they're just putting in a brand new one for us. Here's Joyce's bathtub, which in the Philippines you do not see very often. It's always just a shower, right, baby? Mm-hmm. And we have a toilet, and you know he's working, so we'll let him do our job. But I think we showed this before. The light-up mirrors, kind of a cool little touch. Okay, so if you come through this door, we go into my office. Okay, so we got my laptop computer set up, the microphone, the desk. We got the internet hooked up now. We got 5Gs. It's we went as high resolution as you could for a residential house. We also have, if company comes, we got a little bed here, and then we actually have another mattress down here. You can just pull out. And then so it's like 2 single beds. So air con in here, of course. In North Americans, man, we don't like this humidity, and we like it warm, but it gets very, very hot. Have a split air con here in the living room. Also the windows, I don't know if you noticed this, but we went with oversized windows. We are living on a mountain, so we get a nice breeze coming through the day. Just open up the patio doors and this, and you know, during the day, or sorry, later on in the evening, you don't, when the wind comes through, you don't even need the air con on in here. This is Tim's house, of course. There's the path I was telling you about, that you can see it coming right from our house to theirs. We're just back and forth all the time. And Tim has the pool. We don't have our pool yet, so It's a nice added bonus. Here, open the back door, baby, just to show them all your flowers. I know you're so proud of them, and they do look awesome. This will be our driveway, so that's a future project. We just wanted to work on the house for now, and this will be our driveway here. We'll have an enclosure on it, and the dirty kitchen we'll show you in a minute. Okay, this is turned into a storage room. It was originally supposed to be a closet, but it doesn't get cold here, so it's not like people are hanging up their winter jackets and stuff, right? Maybe there's a breaker box. And then when we eventually get solar, we'll probably put the system in here on this wall where there's no shelving and stuff. As you can see, Joyce has been buying lots. Fire extinguisher, smoke detectors, those are also part of the build. And then this is a spare room. Well, actually, here's Joyce's little china cabinet. We've got some food in here still. We just got the kitchen completed, so haven't moved everything over yet. But this will be our little bar and wine area. The guest bedroom. Bed's always available, guys. Again, 2 oversized windows. Such beautiful views. Those are all mango trees over there. So if you come in season, you have fresh mangoes for breakfast every morning, or mango shakes, or mango coladas, or whatever we want. It's unbelievable. Best fruit in the world as far as I'm concerned. Okay, there's our 65-incher and sound bar. Right now we just have YouTube hooked up. You know, Joyce gets mad at me for following the politics going on back home. It's such a crazy world. Even in the Philippines here, there's a little bit of stuff going on, but it's don't want to get political, so we'll just leave that alone. But when I'm watching that, Joyce comes in the bedroom and she watches her programs. So this is the master room. Once again, we've got a wall mount air conditioner, king size bed, and we got the patio doors. Oh, it's locked up right now, but that's okay. You see our little Kubo over there. My dream, we come for coffee on here every morning, and my dream is after the coffee, I can just hop right in the pool. That's what we want to do. Over here is our walk-in closet. We're going to hang a rack up there for... Fortunately, over here, we just wear, well, Joyce dresses up a little bit more than I do, but I dress for comfort, so it's just shorts and a t-shirt, so don't have to hang my dress shirts or anything like that. We've got a 55-incher hanging right off the wall on here, which is all we need. I want to go 65, but Joyce told me that's crazy. Here's the washroom, ensuite, CR, so we have, they call that a rainbow shower, so it's over your head, so it comes down on top of you. Then it also has a handle, and then we also have a spout at the bottom if you want to fill up a mop bucket or something like that. And these are the actual water heaters here, this little black thing, this little box. That's how they heat the water here. Interesting, beautiful tile work. Very happy with the way this turned out. We have the double vanities, one for Joyce, one for me. Saves us a lot of arguments. Again, the touch light mirror. And we're just in the process. We hung up a couple of towel racks and the toilet paper holder, toilets, you know what that's for, and my little piece of paradise right in this corner, the urinal. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so for inside the house, this is basically where we're at. Joyce is getting it, feeling homey. I want to send a few things over from Canada. A couple of my, like my Guy Lafleur jersey. I'll have to part with most of my jerseys, but Guy Lafleur I can't part with. So this is the patio where our pool will be. This is our view every morning. We'll show them the dirty kitchen, maybe. So this is the dirty kitchen. So this is where our washing machine. Here you can just keep your washing machine outdoors. There's nobody that does it indoors really. We have running water, a sink. This is where the propane tanks go. So we have one for the burners inside, and then we have 4 burners here. Let's lift this up. It's starting to rust already. And then we have an oven with a rotisserie on it too. I didn't even know it had a rotisserie. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know.
So we can have rotisserie chickens are a very, very big thing over here. And there's a reason, because they're awesome. Oh, I'm gonna close that first. Whoa, smash.
Okay.
Okay, so I think you've seen our cubo before. That's our water system where we keep our storage tank. This will be where the pool goes, and then Joyce is in charge of all the landscape, which is going to be a very, very big job. We have just about 16,000 square feet, which is 1,500 square meters. Here's our 1,000 liter tank, right?
Yeah.
Everything's metric over here. There's our pump and our filtration system, so we'll have to change the filters once a month. But you do not, we're like Mexico, you do not drink the water here. You can shower, you can do your dishes, you can do your laundry, everything like that, but you do not drink the water. And then eventually we'll be putting a fence up here all around the property. I want to do like a 3-foot retaining wall, just to keep, as you can see, there's quite a difference between our neighbor's farming property and our property. And then we're going to put fencing on top, and then Joyce can put in like vines and stuff to grow in, and we're just going to have our own little Shangri-La. So yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. We'll go join everybody over here in the Kubo. We'll get the keys, and we'll have a little bit of celebration. See you shortly.
This is the video of the end of the video. This is us. Yeah.
All right, boys and girls, welcome back. So this is the moment we've all been waiting for since November 27th, the day we flew in. Tim is going to hand us over the keys.
All right, and here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Oh, the fireworks never went off.
No, damn it. Sean and Joyce, it was a pleasure building for you guys. I am so blessed that we met you and have you as our neighbors. I mean, this was a blessing in disguise. It really was. Coming here, you wouldn't even think, going around the world, and then you find great people to be your neighbors. That's unbelievable. And I'll tell you, this journey has been good. As for everybody here, my partners, these are our partners in crime here. And maybe he's thinking about coming into the business too. He's thinking about, because meeting
Next journey.
Yeah, the next journey.
Martini.
After meeting us and the people that he's talked to, it's like how everybody becomes family. So that's what we're looking for here. So I'm proud to build you. I was proud to build your house for you.
Well, we thank you guys. Like you said,
thank
we
you.
can't say enough great
Thank
things
you very much.
about the job you did.
Thank you.
And JT
This
Paradise,
is Gina, expert
making your
on
dreams
permits
come
and
true.
everything.
Yeah.
Gina works very,
Jake-
very
She's
hard.
the one who can
Yeah, we're kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah, Jake is, with us. We're basically camped out here every day for 7 days a week. And Gina and Rose, Gina mostly too. She just back and forth, running around getting permits and paperwork and everything. And Rose took care of making sure snacks, things like that were taken care of. And then when she had time, she was running with Gina to do stuff or with us.
Getting the permits, doing all the
We
behind
cannot
stuff. They made it happen.
do it happen. We cannot make it happen without you. So
Yes,
thank you
absolutely.
so much.
No.
Very
You
important.
made our dreams come true.
Yeah, and JT Paradise Construction could not really do it without these two ladies here.
Absolutely.
Because without them, nothing gets built. Without the permits, nothing gets built.
Yeah.
Without the permits, nobody moves in. So these two right here are the main, you know, people in our business, you know, me and Jake are just the grunts. You know? Yeah, you know, they really run the business. The girls really run the business, to be honest with you. You know,
the guys are the pretty faces. The
Rose
girls
is
are
crying.
my wife and Gina, they run the whole business. You know, they own the business and run the business. That's the way it is, you know. So, and today what we're gonna do here is we're cracking open.
We're crapping
some
champagne. You gave me my keys.
Yep.
We're happy, so I'm going to give you your final payment here. Make you guys happy.
Oh, look
Thank
at
you,
this!
Jerry.
Oh my God, it's so heavy!
Oh, heavy on my heart.
Yeah.
Heavy on my heart.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. We're not gonna let you see what that
Yeah,
happens
don't
here.
pull that out. Don't pull that
That's
out.
okay.
Don't pull that
Here, I'll let
out.
you do it if you want to do anything else.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, there you
just bitch and whine and complain.
Woohoo! Yep. And then we're gonna go out to lunch.
Makaligo dyan ang cellphone.
Oh yeah,
Siguraduhin mong mag-pop yan.
Children-proof stuffs.
I'm telling you, man. No,
knows,
it's old
he knows.
person proof. Kids know how to get into that. It's
Exactly,
old person
right?
proof, man. That's what the trick is.
All right.
Be careful how you pop it, baby.
Whoa! It's official.
Woohoo!
The new homeowners.
All right, ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ano kaya lasa?
This was fun. It was fun building this house. Yep, I will. Yep. I'm gonna
Looks
miss.
sweet.
I'm gonna miss not building this house. I really am.
Ang dami naman.
You know. You know, and we went the extra mile because you're my neighbor.
You just don't want me hearing me bitching at you every day.
That's it.
Or I'll
boss.
sick Joyce on you. It's even worse.
Exactly. Yeah. No lie, man. No lie.
Joyce is the pit bull.
You damn right, man. That's okay though.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Thank you,
everybody.
Lord.
Friends,
Thank you,
families,
Lord.
and many, many blessings.
Thank you for making our dreams come true.
Hey,
Yeah.
at JT Paradise Construction, you know, that's what we want to do. Bring paradise to you.
You can't go wrong, guys. Like we
Nope.
said, if you want any information about the build, you can contact me. And if you want to talk to me about it,
Lasang
that's
buro.
fine. If you want to talk to them about future builds and stuff, we'll hook you up. So,
Yep.
all right. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
God bless everybody.
Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Parang lasang